What a beautiful day to sit out by the river and just do my daily reflections, read my daily reflections, do my prayers, everything I need to do to stay sober. Because sober life is good life. It's a very good life. It can be hard, but, nothing in life's easy that's worth having. You gotta work for everything. So, right when you give up, or you feel like you're giving up, stop, think. Think about the person you were, you're in your addiction. Think about your sober life now, because I know without my sobriety, I wouldn't have what I have now. What I have now is a very peaceful life. I have my serenity. I have the ability to go and do things that I would have never been able to do as an alcoholic. I probably could do it, let me rephrase it, I would have just totally screwed it up. I would have tried to walk down this hill to get to the river, but, drunk Kathy would have been, like, in the middle of the river, passed out, from falling down massive rocks and stuff like that. So, yeah, it definitely is a big change from 2 years ago. I'm just thinking 2 years ago, I was in rehab. I spent my 4th of July in rehab. 50 years old. I did not want to be there. I'm not gonna lie. Did not want to be there. Because I didn't think I had a problem. I just go to rehab and they'll teach me how to drink right. Because but then I learned, wow, there's no way to drink correctly. You just can't drink at all. And that's where a lot of people get it confused. A lot of people don't understand it. And unless you went through addiction, it is hard to understand. And that's why having a great support group, I don't care what it is, there's various groups. There's not, I go by my group and that's that. Everybody goes by different things, so be it. And whatever keeps you sober, clean, hey, kudos. Keep doing it. Go to bed sober, wake up sober, make sure you keep that gratitude list up in your inventory. And, doing that inventory keeps you accountable. And a lot of people have trouble with accountability. And I feel like, doing that daily inventory, it really does. It helps with your own accountability. Because you sit there and you say, why did I do that? Was I dishonest? there's a lot of things that people skip over in recovery, but that's them. I practice 100% recovery. So that's just the way I am. To each their own. I don't need things to enhance my views of life, because my views of life and the way I'm living is pretty damn spectacular. And I mean, that's just is a wonderful life. A lot of people don't understand how important, little things like getting out and enjoying nature and enjoying the water. This right here is really just therapeutic to me. Because again, I wouldn't be here if I was drunk. Anybody that knows me knows I was a closet drunk. I wouldn't go anywhere, to be honest. I mean, I was a closet drunk. I stayed at home, and that was that. That was that. There was no... The ones that saw me drunk were the ones that were in my immediate circle. Very few saw me out drunk because, I was a closet one. There's probably some people that see me that, Jesus Christ, they probably do not ever want to see me again. Because I definitely don't want to see that drunk Kathy again. And so many people, well, I keep saying so many people because I'm a statistic person, I'm a researcher, I'm not a chess player, although I do use their chess terminology. That's just the way I am. A chess player knows opponents' moves beforehand and they protect their king and stuff like that. I think before acting now. I already know before I do things. I already have researched it. I have stuff that I need, instead of just blowing off the hinge and saying, you done this, you done that. I guess they call them receipts nowadays. I have the receipts. But it's a lot better for me to do that than to just go off into an angry state of mind. Because that anger is something that I damn sure could probably take me back out drinking. And that's a place I don't want to go back to. That's a place I can't go back to. That's a place I won't go back to. That's a place I know if I do go back to, I'm dead. I mean, kind of curious as to what other people try to do to not really reward yourself. Because me taking a couple of little vacations, up here to Cherokee, there's been people sitting there saying, oh, well, she's up there because they have drinking and stuff like that. They have drinking at Chuck E. Cheese. Get off that shit. You know? Uh, Back when I came to the casino, before I drank, I didn't drink because shit was too expensive. So, you know, you can go ahead and jump off that bubble. Come up here because I paid 35 bucks to come up here. 35 bucks a night. Plus my gas money. Don't really eat much. If I want to go play a game, I'll go play a game. If I want to sit there and listen to an awesome band like I did last night as I was walking back from dinner, I heard 80s music. I walk over and there's a band up on stage. It was freaking awesome. I stood there and watched them and met a few new people and just sat there and listened to them and kind of danced a little, just had a good time all by myself. I don't have to have an entourage, a group of people to sit there and call and have to talk to every day, all day, to tell them everything. I have peace and serenity with myself because I love myself. If you can't have a conversation with yourself, there's some things going on in your head you probably need to discuss within yourself. So I know for a long time I could not have a conversation with myself. I had to talk to someone else. And usually it was the weak people that would just agree with me. That's who I wanted to talk to. I didn't want to talk to the strong people who would say, hey, you're wrong. I wanted to talk to those weak people who would justify it. There's a lot of people that need those weak links to justify, you know, what they do in life and stuff like that. Oh, well, you can just drink a little or you can just do a little. They look for that. They don't look for the friends that's going to say, oh, hell no, you can't drink a drop. Let's go ahead and get that down straight and clear. You cannot drink a drop. You cannot do that. No, that behavior is wrong. You should probably not do that. That's, you know, what a sponsor, the importance of having a good sponsor, a good support team, working your steps, stuff like that. And like I said, everybody's different. Some people don't do the whole group thing and stuff like that. And that's fine. You know, with me, I like having my group because, you know, I haven't gotten my family completely back. And that's something I'm working on, you know, slowly. But surely it will materialize as long as sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly. It will always materialize as long as I work for it. So, you know, I'm patient and I'm practicing a lot of patience. A lot of patience. That patience has gotten me in so much trouble sometimes, but I'm still practicing it. I am still very much so practicing it. I thought you were sharing this. That, to me, the simple things that I do it to keep me sane. I have a routine. You know, I've learned about boundaries. I set a lot of boundaries. And that's not to hurt anybody's feelings. That's just to protect my own sobriety. Some people don't understand that. That's okay. That's okay. It is 100% okay to not understand what another person is going through. It is A-okay. I can't relate to other people's maladies. I try to, but I don't understand exactly, excuse me, what they are going through. Everybody goes through things in life, and it's just it's not what you do during this storm. You know, you gotta wade through that storm, because one day the sun's gonna come back out. It's just how you act during that storm. It's gonna get you either in a good place, which is still remaining sober, clean, or either it's gonna put you back out there. And I have never once heard someone say, hey, I went out and come back and it was a hell of a ride. It just don't work like that. And you just have to take these little breaks, these little things that make you realize that it's a good thing. It's a good thing whenever you're sitting there and you're sober and you wake up and you don't have the hangovers and stuff like that. And I think in rehab, and to look at life now, because the first year of my recovery was not the best. Let's just say that was hard, and a lot of people may have went back out. I don't know. I've been told, a lot of people, oh, I would have went back out if that happened to me, if that happened to me, if that happened to me. And thank God I'm stubborn to a certain extent. Luckily, I put that stubbornness aside whenever I got out of rehab and done what they said to do. And that was get involved. You know, find a group. Work the steps. You know, I done what the rehab said. And I didn't want to, but I done it. And I didn't know what they had to offer, but I knew I wanted what they had, and that was sobriety. And that is one thing that sorely lacks, is that group. And you can find that group online, you can find support systems, Zoom, stuff like that. There's always someone that can help you. That's what phone numbers are for. You know, you the weaklings that will sit there and say, oh yeah, well, a drink will calm you down, you can just have one. And don't listen to that bullshit. Excuse me. Don't listen to that bullshit, because I'm here to tell you you can't. No. Go. Don't listen to those people. You call the next person that's going to say, no, you can't. You can't just have a drink. No, you can't just have a little bit of wine. Those are your cheerleaders. Those are the ones who will slap a drink out of your hand. But then again, and this is something whenever I say a lot of people get up, a lot of people that are in our lives as non-alcoholics and stuff, our family and stuff, they get up 5 minutes before the miracle happens. And the miracle that happens is they feel like they have to tiptoe around you because, oh, they don't want to do anything to make you relapse. Well, here is a newsflash. No one can make you relapse. Only you. Because life's going to be life. Y'all can get that shit and twist it and turn it. Why'd you relapse? Because my boyfriend broke up with me. Why'd you relapse? Because my mama's beat the hell out of me. Why'd you relapse? Because I was abused as a kid. No, you relapsed because you wanted to. Okay, your mind told you that was a good idea. And that mind can be your mind can be an evil place, dangerous neighborhood. And once you get in there, you never go to a dangerous neighborhood alone. You take a friend. I wouldn't be walking around in the middle of, I don't know. I'm just gonna use a city. Hell, I'll just use my Atlanta. I wouldn't be walking around in the most dangerous neighborhoods in Atlanta by myself. I'd take a friend. Those are the friends you want on your side. It's actually pretty here today. It's not hot. Maybe it's because it's still not. Well, it's 1 o'clock. I slept till 11, I'm not gonna lie. I did not have an alarm set. But it's nice out here. It's pretty scenic. The water's a little cold, but it feels good. What's some of the things that y'all do to ground yourselves whenever you're having one of those days? Lord knows I haven't. But it's okay. It's okay to have those days. Because life's gonna be lifing. It's gonna happen. If there's anyone out there struggling, you know, there's always help available. And I've had a lot of people asking me about the podcast. Yes, the podcast is coming back. It's going to be in a different format. There's going to be a variety of people helping me and Ash. And I at least wanted to get a few things finished up before I went, because it was too much doing all the things I was doing and doing all the work that I was doing. It was just a little too much. And I, I've had, 2 weekends of not working concerts or games, so yeah, I did. I took a couple of weekends and I come up here to the mountains and I enjoyed myself, but I also grounded myself and thought of things, wrote stuff down, and been in contact with Ashley and another group of people that are incredible. I mean, they're just an incredible group of people, and it will be coming back. Honestly, I just wanted to freaking get some of this legal stuff out of the way, and I don't mean legal as in I've done something bad or I have pending things. It's just, a few little personal things I need to get off my plate that is 90% handled. And, once that happens, it'll be 100% on, but I've had to wait patiently. And, that's okay. I'm good with waiting. Because while I'm waiting, I'm resting. I'm getting ready. I have a bunch of full-time jobs. Shit. Being a recovering alcoholic is a full-time job in itself. But I have a lot of other stuff I have to do to stay sober. And there's a bunch of positive things coming up. And it'll be revealed soon. And it possibly could end up with me doing a little bit of traveling. And that's something that I have really, really wanted to do, is travel. And if this opportunity comes through, I will be doing that. And that's just a big decision I've got to make. And it's not a decision that I said I would make overnight or within a week. I said I would make it as whenever I saw fit, I would do it. Because I'm not going to spread myself thin like I have my whole life. I've had to take care of somebody my whole life. And now I'm taking care of me. And it's so awesome just to freaking take care of yourself sometimes. It is so awesome. The amount of work you try to help other people, you put into yourself. And it is an amazing feeling whenever you invest in yourself instead of others. And that right there is it's just an amazing feeling. A very amazing feeling. I have Alexa in my room, and I, um, I need a water or something, like a bottled water or something. Ow, ow. Yeah, I'm sitting on a hard ass rock and my ass is getting sore. Ow. The sounds that this right here, this is what I have playing in my room every night on Alexa. I want to hear this all the time without Alexa while I sleep. Which will be very, very soon, hopefully. You know, someone asked me recently about sobriety and tools about it, and I always say this, and I really, this to me is probably one of the easiest tools that that I have found to operate things, and it's the Everything AA app. Um, you have your you have your date of sobriety. It keeps up with it. It gives you a daily. 2, you go to it, you can actually listen and read the daily reflection. That's a big one. The daily reflection. That is another place where you can do your gratitude and inventory nightly review. And you can save it and go back and look at it. Of course, the Joe and Charlie tapes are there. And I'm a huge advocate of that. I think that right there. Sorry. I'm not alone anymore, obviously. But that right there, it, Joe and Charlie helped me. I still listen to them to this day. I listen to them all the time. Pretty much so, as an alcoholic, those two men, their story, and that's on everything AA, Joe and Charlie tapes. You can Google it, you can YouTube it, just listen to the Joe and Charlie tapes, look it up. That right there helped me a tremendous bit, because I didn't understand what they were talking about. And Joe and Charlie broke that shit down for me. That's what helped me. It helped me a lot. And anybody can sit there and tell you, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that, but whenever they're living it, saying, I'm living it, I've tried it on my own, it didn't work out for me, then, Joe and Charlie help you realize what you need to do to stay sober. Okay, well guys, y'all have a great, wonderful Sunday. I am going to go up to the pool deck and chill for a little bit and possibly come back out here and do some more thinking and reading and stuff like that. But, I'm gonna do whatever I want to today because it's my day. It's my day, finally. I have a day of relaxation. Just don't give up. No matter what. When lives, just don't give up. Call somebody. Hell, anybody that knows me knows how to get in touch with me, and if you don't, hit me up on DM, I'll talk to you. Half the time I don't even know the person's name I'm talking to, and really, I don't care. Call me and tell me to call you whatever you want to be called. I don't care who you are. I just know you're somebody that's calling that wants help. And that helps anywhere. Not anywhere, but anywhere that you want it to. Via Zoom, via text message, via whatever. Alright, guys. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Maybe I'll stay for a minute. I realized it's just kind of cool just sitting out here, so maybe I'll stay for a minute. I feel like I need a fishing pole. That would be nice. I need to go fishing. All I know how to do is catfish. And I don't know how to take, I probably could, but take the fish off the line. So, yeah, I should probably find, I don't have to find anybody to do that, learn how to do it on my own. Hey, I've learned to do a lot of shit on my own. It may not be done 100% correctly, but by golly, I've learned how to do some shit on my own. And I've learned to ask people who will actually help others, that will do things, and they come through. I'm coming home to my pool done with a new liner, and that's thanks to a lot of friends. To a lot of friends that was like, hey, I'll do it. You know. And that kind of friendship I didn't have before. And A, it was because I was an alcoholic, but B, it was because you know, a lot of people didn't care for the person I was married to at the time. And that's a totally different subject. I mean, not gonna speak bad of him or anything, but you know, some of my people didn't really care for him, and that's fine. I didn't care for a lot of people, but you know, also there was a lot of drinking going on. So, but I mean, even before that, some people were just like, you know, no, you can come over and see us. But now it's different. It's totally different. Okay, well, this rock is getting really, really hard on my ass. So, yeah. I'm gonna say bye-bye.